Well, good afternoon, everyone, on a less sunny afternoon than it's been for the last couple of days. And this afternoon, all I really want to do is share a couple of interviews that we've recorded in the last couple of days. And the first one is an interview that we did yesterday with the Halliwell family. So let's check in on them and see how they're doing. Good morning, guys.
Morning, Steve.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
Okay, you sound far away, Steve.
I sound far away. You can't hear me. Oh, I'll move a bit closer to the camera. It's nice to see all your faces. It's a bit bizarre because I know people are tuning in on a Sunday morning, but obviously I can't see. You can see me, but I can't see you. So it's a very bizarre set of circumstances to do it that way. So we're just checking in on you guys to see how you're doing. Let the rest of the church see you and hear from you as well. So how are you finding life in isolation? What does it look like for you guys at the moment?
Well, I guess we're very grateful. Phil and I are both grateful that we can have the ability to work from home. I know that that's not the same for everybody, and we're very blessed to have space in our house and a garden and walks that we can go on close by. But we do have to adapt to each other, being here when we have meetings over Teams or VC. We have to then have the space for that, and Aaron likes to drum, Kayla and Lexi like to play piano, which is sort of difficult when I'm trying to have a one-to-one with my students, for instance. That's the sort of thing that we're having to adapt to.
Yeah, I've moved my office area about 3 times just to try and move away from the piano and the guitars and the drums and the conversations. But yeah, it's just an ongoing challenge, but it works. We are able to manage.
And Aaron's particularly... You've moved, haven't you?
Yes, I was finding it difficult to work all in the same room, so I've built myself a recording studio in the loft.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's quite.
It's a work in progress, isn't it?
It's
a work in progress. Yes, he's cleared the loft. We've put hopefully some soundproofing up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We might upset some neighbours.
Yeah.
But I guess as well as a family, just trying to maintain some sort of structure to each day. So we do get up, we do get dressed. We don't just lounge about in pyjamas, although you like pyjama days sometimes, don't you? That's allowed. And we're setting ourselves new challenges.
Yeah, I'm learning piano and painting and just trying to find things to do so I don't get bored.
Yeah. Doing the jigsaws. And what are you building at the moment, Lexi?
Lego.
Lexi's got a new Lego kit, so that's good as well. And we're also trying to have sort of I've had a family meeting. What did we call that? We minuted it as well, didn't we?
Coping with COVID.
Coping with
Halliwells.
COVID in the Halliwell household. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Not that we've actually got COVID in the house, but you know.
Yeah.
So we have meetings so that we can bring things so that we can talk, because obviously when you're all together in one space, there can be pressure, there can be stress, and we want to make sure that we're sharing and that each of us has a voice, and that we sort of have things that we know that we can help each other with. And we've had prayer times regularly. As a family, we've come together to pray over people. Sort of lunchtimes we do that, but also just when something comes to mind, we just pray, don't we? We've been praying for people that we know that have been struck down with this. We've been praying for people who are isolated. So that's been a blessing as well.
Yeah.
Great. So sounds like there's a lot of things that have been, I guess, quite good in some ways about being in isolation. Are the things that you've found particularly difficult as a family, or has it all been plain sailing?
I think being near the fridge is quite hard. When you work from home, that's one issue, isn't it? Yeah. I think just coping with each other's foibles, although we're very blessed to have kids that get on with each other. So that's always been wonderful that we've got that. But when you're always with each other,
Sometimes,
there can be pressures that perhaps we weren't aware, and we need that space from each other, don't we?
Yeah. Hence the loft.
Hence the loft.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had particular challenges. I've started doing delivery driving at delivering pizzas, which can sometimes be a bit fearful because I have to come in and make sure I've washed everything down and have a shower and stuff. But challenges in the house are just coping with these two.
And I guess as parents as well, just knowing how to support the children. We do our best. We watch the news. We don't want it to become all focused on the news all the time, and we want to pray into that. And so we just want them to communicate with us. But it's difficult when teenagers particularly. I always assumed it must be harder to have young children isolated at home with you. But actually, when you've got teenagers, it's a different struggle for them, because they've got to a stage in life where they're spreading their wings and they're leaving home and they're spending time with friends, and now they can't do that so much. And I think that's been something I wasn't quite I didn't realise would be a big impact on my older two, our older two here. So I guess that's been difficult for you, hasn't it?
It's hard to be away from friends. I mean, obviously we're FaceTiming and stuff, but just not seeing them for however long this is going to be for. It's tricky. But
But another positive is really, although we're in isolation from our neighbours, we're in some ways building community. Aaron put flyers through the doors of every house in our village just before the lockdown and gave them the opportunity to let us know if there's anything we could do to support them. And as such, we've set up a WhatsApp group to support each other, and we'll get each other shopping, and we do online quizzes together as neighbours. And that's something that's come out of this, which is a real positive.
Wow.
And you got a lovely message from one of the older members of the village, didn't you, Aaron?
Yeah, she said she's turning 98 next week, and she was saying to her daughter, who was bringing her food, that she didn't think that anyone in this village would care to help. And then this flyer came through the door, and she said she had to eat her words. So she was, that was a real blessing.
It was, wasn't it? So, and it's just knowing how to continue to support them, because although some of them have been in touch, many haven't, and we just would, I guess that's one of the prayer points, is how to continue to support those in our village that are isolated and haven't got that support network around them. It's difficult.
Yeah. Wow, I mean, that sounds amazing that you guys have been able to set that up. And we'll certainly pray for that. As a church, are there any other things that you'd like us to pray for you this time?
Ongoing peace. Some days you can feel a bit overwhelmed by the news when new news comes at you. So although generally I'm aware of God's peace, I don't know if you guys can say the same, that we'll have that ongoing. And patience, another P, patience with each other.
Conversations, because we still go for short walks, and there's people in the village that might be in the gardens, or you pass people, keep a small distance, but you can still have a conversation. And people struggling with the fact that they're on their own, and it's just maybe more opportunity now. People are thinking about what it's all about, and when they maybe wouldn't normally, especially with Easter coming up.
Yeah. Lexi's got a fabulous verse that she writes in a little journal at night, and I asked her before what would her verse for this time be, and she said, what did you say? It's not a verse for just now, it's a verse for all the time. And what is that one, Lexi?
Be still and know that I am God.
There we are. That's a good one. Be still and know that I am God. And I think that's maybe just sums it all up.
Yeah. Great. Well, that's superb. Thanks very much for sharing, guys. I'm sure that it will be an encouragement to see your faces and hear your story from lockdown for the rest of the church as well. So thanks very much.
Thank you, guys. Bye. Love to you all. Bye now.
Bye.
Well, it was great, wasn't it, to hear from the Halliwells. Now, Caroline's got some information about how we might practically get involved in helping others, being outward looking as a church. So let's watch that too. Okay, good afternoon, Caroline. How you doing? How are things with you guys?
Hi, Steve. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're coping okay.
Yeah.
Thankful for the nice weather so we can use the garden.
Yeah. Amen to that. Are you presumably working from home, are you? And the kids are having to...
it's currently the Easter holidays, so not really doing much work, but as of Monday, then we'll be back to it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Trying to just set work for students and mark work when it comes in and bits and pieces, meetings over screens like this. So, yeah, a bit weird, but we're doing our best.
Great. And you've been chatting to Children's Services a bit about maybe how we can help as a church. Do you want to fill us in a bit on that?
Yeah, so I've been in touch with Children's Services, same people that we're in touch with when we do the Christmas hampers, and they've asked us if we can do 30 hampers, so with food and maybe activities with families that have got children, so games or craft type things. And what's remarkable is, well, it's not really remarkable, is it? But we've got quite a lot of money left over from the hampers at Christmas. So God obviously knew that we needed that money. So this is the time to use it now. So that's really great.
Super. And what about, are there other things as well that are going on that we can get involved in other than that?
Yeah, so I've been in touch with Miriam Lowe from Vineyard, and she's looking at creating things called bags of courage for our key workers. So little bags with like tea bags and coffee and biscuits and note of encouragement, just to let people know that people in the churches across the city are looking out for those people and praying for them and wishing them well, really.
Okay, great. And I think I saw on Facebook and that I think Judy had posted it up about some group that we can join as well. Is there?
Yeah, so one of the city councillors, he's set up a community group, a community COVID-19 community help group, and they are working to support vulnerable people in the city. People who are ill and can't get out, people who don't have families to support them. So we're trying to get involved there, and I can send a link out to people who want to volunteer with them. You just need to fill in a very simple form, and then you keep in contact with them on the Facebook group and volunteer as and when you can do. So yeah, that's really great. If you're wanting to help and you don't know how to help, that's a really great way to do that.
Yeah, and as I understand it on that form, there's options, there's things that people who are actually in isolation can do to help there as well, aren't there?
Yeah, definitely. There's different things you can be involved in, writing letters or making phone calls, things like that. So yeah, lots of things, lots of different people can get involved in there.
And in terms of the hampers, in terms of the bags of courage, what practically can we do as a church to help there?
So there's a few things. So if you are willing and able to do any shopping, you could let me know. And then as and when I need you, I can call on you. We've also set up like a hardship fund. So if you would like to give, so in terms of money, then you can do that by dropping Rob Scott Buccleuch an email, and he'll make sure that goes in the right place. So that's a really great way you can help. Or then you can join this COVID-19 community help group. That would be fantastic to get involved in that. And then just another little idea that we've done with our neighbours is just popping a note through doors, just saying that you're able to go and do shopping or pick up prescriptions or wave at them when you're going past, just basic things really, or phone them if they are on their own. So that's just another way that you can help from home. I'd also encourage you to be giving people a ring in terms of people in our fellowship. Give them a ring, drop them a call just to check they're doing okay, have a chat. It can massively break up people's day, especially if they're on their own. So there's quite a few ways to get involved. If you sat at home twiddling your thumbs.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much, Caroline. I think that
no worries.
sounds really exciting. Lots of opportunities for us to do something that's, I guess, outward focused whenever it's so easy to be quite inward focused.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So thanks very much for that. And,
no worries. Thanks, Steve.
We'll see you again. Thank you.
See you again soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for that as well, Caroline. That's literally it for this video. We're going to make another video just later to explain some of the stuff that's going on tomorrow on Good Friday, as we give the opportunity to spend maybe a bit more time together than we normally have the opportunity to do. So that will come out a little bit later on. So look out for that as well. But thanks for watching this, and we'll see you later.